Okay, so the night before the show, I was at a hotel
Mm-hmm.
in downtown Phoenix,
Yeah.
and I happened to go to the bar to grab something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I was by myself, but there was this older white guy, 2, 3 seats across from me,
Yeah.
and he was by himself. This guy had to be at least late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
Had to he was like 5'11", 6 feet tall,
Okay.
pretty pretty decent haircut. His clothes wasn't the best,
Yeah.
but he was by himself chilling
Mm-hmm.
and shit. At first, in the beginning he was kind of annoying because looked like he was getting on the bartender nerves.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and he would just just saying stuff just to I could tell he would just one of those guys to just try to say whatever to try to make the girl laugh or think the girl gonna like him. So I
Yep.
just all the stuff he was saying, it was just like it was just like, bro, just shut up, bro,
Man,
just stop
goofy.
talking.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
being goofy.
goofy as hell, just stop talking.
Yeah.
So I'm eating my wings, mind my business, and then about 10 minutes later, he drunk. He a little drunk right now.
Uh-huh.
So now he just start having random conversation with me.
Yeah.
And I'm a little annoyed. I'm like, bro, I don't know, no, I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. You just ask me random questions, but I just
Exactly.
I'm just being nice, entertain him, and
Yeah.
he's like, hey, what brings you down? If what brings you here to Phoenix? We was talking about something. He was
Okay.
just asking where I'm from. I told him from Philly. So, what brings you down to Phoenix? And I would just, at first I wanted to lie and just say, oh, I'm just down here for family or something. But I was just like, no, I'm here for a dating show.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of I could tell it kind of got his interest. He was like, dating show? What the hell is that? And
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going on this dating show where I have to walk out as a guy, and it's going to be a lineup of women with
Mm-hmm.
balloons in their hands, and they get the truth. They get the, I get to go out, and basically how it goes is whoever pop the balloon. It depends. You feel me? They could pop when I go out, or I could
Yeah.
do the popping if they like my introduction.
Yeah.
And it and I could tell he's a little interested now. So he gets to drinking more.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he gets to drinking more,
Yeah.
but he ends up being more vulnerable.
Mm.
So long story short, he ends up telling me that he's been married, like he's married.
Uh-huh.
He got 3 daughters, all
Okay.
grown.
Okay.
They all like these in their teens, late teens. They all do. He got 3 daughters. They grown, and he ends up telling me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't had sex with my wife in years. Like
Oh.
this was years. He told me this, and mind you, this man I'm talking to, he's highly successful in his career. Like I even googled him, and he's well known in Phoenix because he
Oh
has a
shit.
law firm. He got a law firm.
Damn.
Good, lot of five and 4 star reviews on his law firm.
Yeah.
He's successful in his business that he has on the side, and he also plans on going back to a college just so he can teach business.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, he ends up telling me, yo, he doesn't have sex with his wife, and the reason why he was even at the hotel at that
Mm-hmm.
bar
Yeah.
is because he was meeting up with a stripper
No.
that he was paying for
To
sex.
wow.
This what he's telling me.
Yeah.
And at first he was kind of like, from at first I could kind of tell he was kind of like bragging about, like, he was showing me the dancer and everything in his phone, the
Yeah.
picture of her and all that though. But and then he ends up revealing to me again. He's like, he feels bad because not that he feel bad for cheating, because he just
Mm-hmm.
like he at the point where he's like, man, fuck my wife, da, da, da. I ain't have sex with her. She doesn't care about my needs.
Yeah.
But he was feeling bad at the point where the sex that he having with the woman is transaction. Like he knows the girl don't give a fuck about him at all
Exactly.
whatsoever.
Yeah. Facts.
So and when he said that, I could almost hear the crack in his voice, like he about to get emotional because he know that
Damn.
it's not a genuine desire.
Yeah. It's not genuine desire.
It's just
You
it's
know.
just all it's just transactional. And mind you, so I'm not the type of person to let people talk. Like I'm not the type
Yeah.
to interrupt or ask any question. But I'm just letting him go on and on. I start to kind of feel bad for him because then after he finished venting, I kind of told him to his face, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I'd be damned if I'm in a marriage for 30 years and
Yeah.
he probably makes my salary in a
Yeah.
week. And,
Shit.
and, and he also told me that he was successful. He also gained a lot of success in the 2008 house market crash.
Oh yeah. This man rich then.
Hell yeah. So he
Yeah,
got
he
money for
rich, rich.
he got money
Yeah.
for days,
Yep.
and he can't get what he want from women.
That's
But
crazy.
and here I am
Mm-hmm.
make substantially less money than he makes, and I'm about to and women just come easy to me.
Is it see?
You
See
understand?
how crazy
So
that is?
right, and it's like, and my advice to him, to be honest with you, because you ever sometimes you ever give people advice, but you could tell they're not really like listening.
Yeah.
They're not really taking it in because they think what you're telling them is like not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here trying to explain to him. I said, to be honest with you, bro, that's really that's really fucked up. You understand what I'm saying?
See,
Then
because
I
he thinking he got the money, which is the cheat code for
yeah
him. He thinking the money is that.
yeah
But if you don't have the respect with it,
yeah
it's really kind of in vain at that point. You
yeah
know?
yeah.
Because it's no burning desire. And you got a woman at home who
hmm
don't even appreciate all the shit you doing, that you
Right,
taking
right.
care of.
So next, then my thing is like, I didn't say it to his face, but I'm now thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I wonder if the kids even is his now. Cause like if it's been years
Bruh.
and he not getting what he want from her, it's like, who the fuck is she? Who's she dealing with then? A lot of women they shame. I mean, they try to make niggas or make guys in general feel bad that they want a guy, I want a younger woman, or then
Yeah.
two want a woman that doesn't have a high body count. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was going on the show. I was supposed to go viral and ask the women like what's their body count or some shit like that.
Oh, you was
But
thinking about
but
doing that?
no, I didn't. No, the reason why to do because I saw the lineup. I was like, yo, these women fine as hell. Like
Yeah.
that's why I was kind of asking them basic ass questions like that,
Yeah.
bro. I wasn't really.
I want to
I
get
didn't have that much
somebody.
thought into the questions because I was supposed to just say ask. I was just supposed to ask them that they pop their balloons on me. Then I'll be
Yeah.
all over the internet for asking that type of question though. But
That is
or
a formula.
right. But
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, man, there's a lot of guys. I mean, lot of women. That's another thing. Like a lot of women out here, they really just once they see that they can't get who they truly want, they start going for the guy who's safer in terms of finances,
Facts. That's
and
true.
and in terms of who's nice to them. But it
Mm-hmm.
sucks but it sucks though because the guy doesn't see that she just with him because that's the best that she can do at that particular time,
Yeah.
and you're no you're what you with her because you find her attractive, and
Yeah.
then two she's with you because she see that you got your money straight and
Facts.
you're financially secure, and
Yeah.
she just sees that you could become a good father and a good provider, but she just doesn't truly desire you. So now you can't even
Mhm.
have sex with her when you feel like it's always on her time, and sometimes her time could be
I'm gonna be
never.
honest. I can't be with no woman where I'm
Yeah.
not getting it what I wanted.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
my wife, like bro, real talk. Like when I want it, I'm getting it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
she's not like withholding sex from me. Like no, you can't.
Yeah.
Unless it's a moment where her cycle on, I just don't want it at that time period.
Yeah.
But for it's like, oh no, you ain't did this, you ain't get what?
Right.
That's not
Right.
happening.
Exactly. Right. And people
You
and
know?
women don't understand like they look at it as like, oh, it's my body, my boy. But at the end of the day, though, when you
You
neglect your man,
married.
yeah, you're married. First of all, it's an obligation, and
Facts.
some people just think like, oh, it's control or oh, well, not everybody reads the Bible. They're not like you can't deny your partner, bro. Because
Mm-mm.
when you deny your partner, bro, it kind of it opens the door to more problems, and then
True.
once. And then a lot of the times, some women they use that as an advantage. They start taking it. They start looking at you like, so you're willing to because then the guy mind thing he think maybe I gotta buy her something, or maybe I gotta do this,
Yeah.
maybe I gotta do this for her,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe I gotta like talk to her this way.
Yep.
When and then the woman just take advantage of that. So, oh, for real, well, go buy me this, and I'll see what I can do,
Yeah,
or
you
go.
get
Or,
you get put in a certain like category at that point. And they
exactly.
know every time I can get you like this. And that's where that on and off switch got to come into play. Like
Yeah.
with the guy at the bar, how he knew how to probably be business and this and that.
Yeah.
But at home, he didn't know how to still play that mind. I hate to say it, bro.
Yeah.
Even with the women that you take seriously or become your
Mhm.
main, your long term, you still
Mhm.
got to be able to play that stimulation game
Yeah.
because it gets to a point to where they stop if you stop doing the stimulation game, they start asking questions. They almost want to get treated like, I hate to say it's gonna sound fucked up, but you know how like a side chick, they get certain energy or whatnot when it comes down to the little stimulation, like the text messages or the conversations and the little sweet things. Even the main girls, they still want that same kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand. Yeah, you just can't. Well, as a guy, like you can't get too comfortable in a
That's
situation
what
where
it
you feel
is.
like where you feel like you can't. You got to stop like doing all the little romantic and flirty different things
Exactly.
that turns her on. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get to a point where like you start having to quote unquote negotiate sex, because you can't negotiate sex, bro. You
You
just
can't.
can't. Some
No, you
like
can't.
some guys try to, but that's something that you can't negotiate, because once it feels like a negotiation, she's never going to be totally turned on by you, because it's not it's not something that's desired or genuine. It's
It ain't
always
genuine at that point.
right. Like you can't go to your wife. I mean, you can't go to your wife and be like, all right, babe, we're gonna have sex Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That don't work either.
You
That don't
understand what I'm
work.
saying?
Schedules
Like,
don't work. No.
right. The schedule, like, it doesn't work that way, bro.
Yeah.
And I think the best advice I gave him, because I honestly, I wanted to tell him just divorce, because because the way I look at it is, if he's this successful in his career and in his finances, it shouldn't be that hard to make that money back that he loses in that alimony if he were to divorce her.
I agree, bro. I hate it. I agree. I see how some people try to do the cheaper to keeper thing, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. The amount of stress that they deal with staying in it sometimes ain't even worth it.
It's not, bro.
Sometimes it's best to leave, just restart, and actually get your happiness and actually get your freedom back.
Right, and like I said, he's not a funny looking dude at all, but he is fucked up in the head, because like even while he was talking to me, this man poured out. I mean, this man pulled out of his pocket like an ounce of coke, just put that on his hand. He snorted that right in front of my face, bro. I act like I ain't see it. I said I ain't paying no mind. I said you can do what you want, but I can see this man got plenty of other issues that he got going on.
Facts.
Yeah. That could be the reason why that she's not get that the wife not giving him none.
Yeah.
Because I don't know all the details, but just from what I'm seeing and getting to know him, I can see why like she's probably not giving him none. And then also I even told him to his face, I said, because he was a white guy, so I was like, a lot of white people, just like white women in general, they tend to marry early because one, they're a lot wiser when it comes to our black women, because black women we just do shit off emotions. We don't tend to think long term. Where in contrast to white people, majority of white people,
they get married with a purpose, because they family already been raised to like, you need to be getting married and you need to carry on family name.
Exactly. But also a lot of the times, a lot of white people that get married, they never marry who they want.
That's true too.
But they financially set though, and the kids are straight. They money good, all that, but they never marry who they want. But in contrast to us black people, we tend to have sex first, had a baby.
That is
true. We may want the man, but the man not all the way there yet in terms of his finances.
That's true. You know what? That dives into like, man.
So when I told him that, he was like, wow, I never heard of it that way. I said, I'm just being honest. Like, he's like, wow, I never had no. And he was kind of like taken aback a little bit, because I guess he never spoke to somebody like myself that was so genuine and honest with him.
That's like real.
Because a lot of white people, they just always around corporate people, so they're getting corporate personalities.
Exactly.
Personalities. They never being around people who has that raw, genuine authenticity to them.
And that advice that they're gonna get from their buddies is gonna be way different than what you're gonna give too.
Exactly.
Different perspective, especially like you said, you got a black guy who take care of himself. You know what I'm saying? Handle his business. Can get women, and then you got him. He got a whole bunch of money, but you see he going through shambles of like dating and love interest. When he gets your perspective, he like, oh, that shit hit him way different, opposed to him getting Jim's perspective in the corporate ladder with him or whatever industry in, because he's probably gonna tell him the same shit that he doing right now.
Exactly.
A little bit of coke, a little bit of strippers, Get some
Yeah,
blow, dude.
right. Right. But that shit killed him. That shit is killing him even more because it's not
Facts.
genuine. It's
It's
not
not
genuine.
genuine.
Not genuine at all whatsoever, man.
And then, like, how you feel about the fact of like, you know, everybody pay to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Like, cause like how we said, like nothing is unconditional.
Right.
Like things are always conditional to a certain degree. How far should it be on the side of conditional to the point to where you're not being used, but you also are getting what you want, I guess. Instead
Um.
of pay for play, but you're getting, not full on pay for play. But we know, like in relationships, you still have to. It's like a give and take situation still,
Just well, if it starts with, I think as a man, I think the man always got to set the tone.
for sure.
So, so he just can't get comfortable in his relationship. So, like once he, let's say
Mhm.
if he were to get in a relationship, he can't stop working on himself.
You right,
You understand? Like we,
right.
a lot of guys, we get into relationships and we just lose ourselves. We stop working out.
You
We,
know
we
what?
we care less about our hobbies and we care more about
I
making that
got a,
relationship work. All
I
that.
got buddies like that, bro, who literally like just like lost all sense of like workout, improving themselves. They start looking crazy,
Yeah,
just deteriorating from the outside in.
yeah.
And then they wonder why their marriages start getting in like shambles also. Like you
Right,
still
right.
gotta be that stoic guy from the very beginning to the
You
end.
got to. I got, and I know it's difficult because
Yeah.
you want to, like, I ain't gonna say you want to be comfortable because it's gonna sound crazy to the woman, but it's like
Hmm.
you have to always remind yourself that
This shit
um
conditional.
it's conditional too,
Hmm.
but at the same time you gotta be, you always gotta be conscious and aware of what you're saying and how you're moving, so you won't get into
Facts.
that mode where the relationship starts to feel stagnant
Facts.
and she starts to feel comfortable. Like your mind always gotta be purpose driven, and I think you don't want to also want to let loose with your body too. So stay
That's true.
purpose driven, and stay on top and stay looking good with your looks because you want your woman to know that, hey,
Yeah.
listen, babe, I can get other women too as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just had to add that story in there though because it was just that that it was just funny that experience happened before
Yeah.
like the day before the show,
That's
and then
yeah, that's a wild like little setting like for that to happen like that.
yeah, bro, and it's crazy because we end up talking longer than what I thought we should have. Like at first, I was annoyed by him, but then after a
Mhm.
while, once he started becoming vulnerable, and I started to understand I started understanding his story, where he came from, and just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I kind of felt for him a little bit. I could
Okay.
relate to him and all that though. So
Wow.
it would just and I hope that he really listened to the
Yeah.
advice I gave him. I didn't specifically tell him to divorce. I wanted to tell. I feel like I wanted to tell him that, but he was kind of like, I could tell just also when we was talking, he didn't want to go that route because he was thinking about all the financial loss.
Yeah. That's what
But
a lot of dudes think about is the money
yeah,
at that
right. But
time
I'm
period.
but I'm but I'm looking at him. I was like, bro, you already successful in this field.
Yeah.
You seem very financially savvy. I feel like you make that money back. Like I
And,
like ain't no amount of money in the world that's worth having that's gonna cost me my peace.
mm-mm.
And his wife wasn't giving him what he
See,
wanted.
I don't think he realized he got the money, but I don't think he realized that his thought he himself is gone.
Yeah,
Like he don't realize how important that is to still be able to have your mental and
yeah.
control of your reality, opposed to just like you got the money, but your reality fucked up still. It's a
Yeah.
piece in your reality that's messed up that you need to make certain decisions that you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to make a deal, make some money here and there, but at
Yeah.
at home, that's trauma. You don't want trauma at home
Right,
because that's
right.
the only time you got to yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Then
the
now
only time.
you want your wife to be your safe haven, your peace,
True.
where you can be comfortably vulnerable with, but then you can't even release with her during intimacy because that's
Yeah.
kind of us with men. That's kind of what makes us vulnerable. Us being intimate. If I can't be
Yep.
intimate with you, now I'm as a man like him, he's going crazy. That's probably the reason why he was snorting the coke and
Facts.
he was telling me how he's even venting to these strippers, and these strippers don't even care about it. They just worry about that money.
I heard a lot of stories where strippers might be like they don't even have sex with the guy. The dude just venting
Right.
about his marriage.
Yeah, right. And it's just
He-
like that's sad too. Cause it's crazy. Cause like the girl don't even, she genuinely don't care.
Mm-mm.
No matter how she's, I don't care how acting like she's cared that she does
She
though.
just trying
But
to get that paper.
exactly. So she just listening to you just to be nice. But at the
And
end of the day,
that's that even more like if a dude really can think between the lines to
yeah,
know that she just there to get paid, it's gonna
yeah.
make you feel like shit even more.
Exactly, and that's why that's I saw it in his face when he was explaining it to me. Like he was about to damn near cry, bro. He was really broken down. I'm like, damn, this nigga's a fucking millionaire. I don't know how much money he making, but
Oh
he's
yeah,
breaking down because he just not getting what he wants from his wife. But I kind of told him, I said, you kind of forgot who you was before you met your wife. Like before you
that's
met your
true.
wife, what was about you that was attractive that made her want you
But I
that you
think that's
stopped being?
I think that's the contrary where a lot of white guys where they choose
Mhm.
wrong at. You
Yeah,
know, we know how to really like we'll really try and get into the female head to really understand what we getting into. Even if it's something that's kind of bad, we'll still kind of try and understand and dissect it and deal with
yeah,
it for a while. But white
yeah.
dudes, they'll just get married to a chick,
Just
a white,
because,
just
just
because.
bro,
Yo, she's hot. Yo,
yeah,
she's fucking hot, man.
bro. This it's crazy because somebody I know. I ain't gonna say where I know him at because I don't know if he may come across this video, but
Yeah, facts.
this a white guy.
Hmm.
He told me like I asked him because I remember one day we met his wife
Hmm.
like as a group, and then I just asked him because I was curious what his answer was gonna be. I was just like,
Yeah.
so what made her think she was the one? You know what this man gonna say?
What?
He gonna say, I don't know. I just felt like it was. I'm like, oh my fucking gosh,
A
bro.
lot of white guys do that, bro. A
Yeah,
lot of white
bro.
guys do that. They literally just get married because it's just like, yo, man, she has a nice rack. You know,
Yeah.
it's just stupid shit that got them. You
And then
know.
while we were out and we met the guy wife,
Hmm.
and then I'm listening to her, I could tell she's the more assertive one in a relationship. Like I just tell that I
Mm,
do like me and my other couple of us, we all figured it out. Well, not figured it
yeah.
out, but we all were just like amongst ourselves. Once they left, he was like, "Yeah, she wears the pants in a relationship," and I was just like,
Hmm.
and I was just shaking my head. I'm like, "Damn, I got another one."
Those dynamics, they, I think they work on the woman's side, and you got some guys who just stay in that type of nature, that very submissive nature.
Yeah,
They work sometimes, but I feel like, of course, the dude I feel like is never truly happy. You
yeah,
know,
he never truly have. He
and
not
then naturally, most guys would never want to deal with nothing like that. You know,
right.
just a
Yeah,
chick that's bossing them around, trying to
right,
run the shots, controlling this. But a lot of guys think that is normal.
right,
Uh,
and it's not
It's
normal,
not
bro.
normal. No,
It's not normal. All that happy life is
no,
just manipulation at the end
it's
of the day.
manipulation. Happy man got a plan.
Exactly.
That's what I believe.
Mhm.
Because if the guy's happy, he gonna make sure his woman happy regardless.
Right,
That's just in us. We want to take care of our women. We want to take care of our families.
right,
Nobody got to
right.
teach us that. That's just
Mm-hmm.
naturally in us.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a chick right there that's like helping you, making sure you on your purpose, happy for you, being submissive,
Yeah,
catering to you,
yeah.
you straight, baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
But if you coming home, if you nagging, trying to control me, control the situation, control everything about how I do and move,
Mm-hmm.
that's not gonna work. Gonna link up again online, bro, for real.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. It's an honor to be here. Like I said, man.
I appreciate that, Maul. I'm gonna give you
Mm-hmm.
this a little bit, dog. I will holler at you, broski.
All right, JB, you be good, man.
Yes, sir. You too, man.
All right.
Peace.